This is the first time that I'm filming a spiritual leader in the beginning of his European tour. They give me the schedule and it's crazy. He will arrive in Holland from India, then Finland, Germany and Belgium, again Germany, Norway, Lithuania and Latvia. He will teach a new course of meditation in 3 different countries, then International Yoga Day, Refugee Day, European Parliament, World Forum for Ethics in Sport and the Multicultural Festival in Latvia. 8 public talks, 8 different cities, meeting with ambassadors and ministers, with parliamentaries and organizers of various projects, everything in a little bit more than 2 weeks. And really, it looks too much, at least for me. My first contact with him was through his meditations. Actually, it was a breathing technique.
Through breathing exercise, we reduce the stress in our system. And that helps people to, see life from a very fresh and lively outlook.
In my life, I made a lot of different kinds of meditations, but for the first time I had the sensation of understanding what meditation is, something difficult to describe in words. But I decided to know more about him, and finally, in 2011, I met him, just one day after the World Cultural Festival in Berlin. But why is doing all these festivals?
To bring people together of the world and make them realize we are all one world family. Maybe different cultures, different religions, but everyone can celebrate instead of getting into conflicts. There can be more harmony in diversity.
I remember that day, joining a meditation and at the end, a complete chaos, as hundreds of people pushed forward to get closer, and I felt really concerned for his safety. I was reminding of rock stars and their fans. I couldn't believe my eyes, but I got a little desire to become a master of meditation myself. I know I have a little bit of tendency to exaggerate, but then I decide to really study and watch this master, see what he does and why he have all these people around him. And then what better than filming a trip around Europe and creating a manual on how to become a master in 8 lessons. Let's start with Amsterdam, a meetings with the ambassador and then straight to the meditation courses. Thousands of people from all across the world, 3 different countries, from the president of Lithuania to a teenager brought by her mom, some meditating for the first time and others happy to be with him again.
See, this is sort of PhD knowledge, PhD science. I'm trying to make it very understandable.
I met different masters and teachers in my life, but what was difficult for the first time looked so simple, clear and practical. Lesson 1. Knowledge is great, but knowing how to communicate to everyone is sublime. In the morning, the inauguration of International Yoga Day in Amsterdam. People meditating everywhere. Really everywhere, but we are celebrating in 3 different countries. Then it's time to fly to Helsinki. Inaugurations combined with meetings, cultural highlights like museums and interviews. A lot of questions about how he started the process of peace between FARC and Colombia. I saw him meet a room full of people with conflicting ideas and bring them back to happiness and harmony, and inspire them to work together. But how he did?
By education, by creating awareness and through meditation, we can change the mindset of people. It's not just with the FARC in Colombia. Why here in Denmark we have changed thousands of prisoners and nearly 700,000 prisoners around the world are reformed. The people who are into violence, they have dropped the violence and they come to mainstream.
Lesson 2. Unconditional love and unconditional acceptance. Let's run to take another flight. Those are the most dangerous moments when we are leaving a country. Sometimes people that should bring me to the airport see him and they don't understand anything. I need to catch a flight and they are totally spaced out. They forgot what they was doing just to meet him a last time. But after a lot of suffering, I can catch a flight and arrive in Düsseldorf. Here, meeting with members of parliament, followed by plans with organizers for a big new European center of meditation.
These are good. I think that's a strong point. But that's a lot of it.
Even the passage is also good.
And the refugee talk about work done in Jordan and Lebanon in cooperation with the European Parliament.
There are two things with the refugees. One is they come with a very troubled, traumatic environment. When they come to a new country, they carry with them the trauma, the fear, the anxiety. And when they come with these feelings, just giving them food, shelter, and space and language does not help. They need trauma relief.
Lesson 3. A world vision that can easily be shared. We're going in Brussels by car. Then, no stress about arrive on time at the flight. Here, the yoga celebration at the European Parliament. And also, as in every country, countless interviews and speeches full of knowledge. And I never saw him actually prepare for a speech.
Well, I don't decide beforehand what I would tell. I'm always spontaneous, and then on that occasion, whatever comes to me, I will tell them. Anybody, whoever it is. Right?
Lesson 4. No sign of pressure, being totally in the moment and managing everything with grace and charm. Another day, another flight. Munich for the meditation course. And also here I saw him working late into the night while he's getting ready for events, and always with a ready smile and the lightness of touch. And this is the lesson number 5. Always on the go, and always with a sense of humor. Time to fly to Oslo. But I can totally relax, because Germans, if they tell you that they bring you at the airport on time, they will. Landed, luggage, and let's run for a public talk to hundreds. And never forgetting his followers, he take time out for a boat ride. An official dinner with the Minister of Culture, followed by the discussion with the Prime Minister at the meetings with the Ethics in Sport Committee and the Anti-Doping Association. And I was wondering where all this energy come from. And then he did a talk to a forward-thinking company.
Women are born leader. A leader needs not just an intellectual discourse, but an emotional connect. And women are good in giving that much needed emotional connect in any setup.
Lesson 6. Engaging and creating a commitment for a meaningful change. In all the tour I met a lot of beautiful people. I mean, beautiful inside with a big heart, but also a lot of beautiful outside. I don't know how to say. Interesting for a single man. But at the end, you realize that they only have eyes for him. Generally, people want to take a picture with me. But now, in this tour, they are asking me only to take photos of them with him. This is time for an extra and really important personal lesson. Knowledge is more sexy than beauty. Yes, from now knowledge will have all my priorities. Vilnius. Landed, luggage, and the third meditation course, Unveiling Infinity. Between the sessions of the morning and the afternoon, an amazing program for the youth. With all this tour de force, I'm starting to feel tired. And probably I'm not the only one. But always with a ready smile. And him, he don't stop. In every break, he have a lot of meetings with organizers, volunteers and teachers from different religions, races and cultures.
The only thing I'm proud of it, I have very good volunteers. very dedicated, committed volunteers all over the world. And they carry on the work.
Lesson 7. An achievable world vision where each one understands how to do their bit. Final destination, Riga. The welcome from the Minister of Culture in Latvia.
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
The usual formalities and then straight to the point.
So we would like to contribute in whatever way. Either you want to, we can open a school for children, or we can do some women empowerment program.
Lesson 8. Let's see how I can really help. This practical attitude that I saw repeated again and again. Me, I'm off to relax and recover. He will continue for North America and the same crazy schedule. I told everybody that I'm tired and happy to stop here the tour, but the truth is that I really would like to continue with him and come in me a strange mix of nostalgia and sadness to say goodbye, but with really a lot of gratitude. And something new happened. Yes, I will see him filmed by someone else. He will have a 6-hour stop in Estonia on the way to the state for a final interview with Mind Valley, an open university.
What to say? I feel we need to spiritualize the politics, socialize the business, and secularize the religion.
After 2 exhausting weeks, I've decided I don't want to become a master. Too much work, too many people. Just filming, it was quite enough. But knowledge is more sexy than beauty. And then, next goal, enlightenment.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shri Ravi Shankar, ladies and gentlemen.